right? So this is going to be a simple game of cup pong. You could do crazy stuff with the game of cup pong. We'll eventually end up making some more complicated scripts, but for right now, where I'm gonna make this one super simple for you. All right. So for these beginners, this one's super crucial for you. All right. So we have a cup of some sort. We're just gonna use this tube. We have a ball of some sort. You need a trigger, and you need a script box. I already have a script box pulled out. They delete often, but you can just pull out a script box, and you would write it, just from scratch, right? But for right now, mine ended up deleting. I've had to do this multiple times for y'all because that damn script box. So what you ultimately want to do is go to your library. If it does delete, go here, pull this out, and honestly, you might as well let it delete because now you can edit it, write it, and it won't delete. Won't have a problem with it. For some reason, fileback scripts just be bugging out like that. All right. So when world is started, we don't need that. We're gonna delete that. All right. Next, what we need to do is we need to go to events, go to collision events, when triggers entered by object, place that there. And then we're going to go to actions. The first set of actions, we're going to grab set object visibility, drag it over there, set object collidability, drag that there, and set trigger detection. All right. So these are for objects to be visible and non-collidable. So essentially right here, these things in the properties window. All right. So if this is true, this is everything you see here is essentially what you would see right here. So right now, this object is set to true visibility and true collidability. All right. Now, collidability only means that you can either your character or objects will collide into the object. All right. And then visibility, I mean, you guys, come on, we understand that. All right. So what we need to do is we need to set up what is going to be visible and what's going to be collidable. Well, that's going to be this cup. So we need to make a variable. Go to the variables, go to new variable, and we're going to do cup. Make it an object, the type object, not a list. Grab this variable, and we're going to use this little copy button and side shift it over on both sections. So now we have set cup visibility to true. No, we want that false. When trigger is entered by object, whenever this happens, set the cup visibility to false, set cup collidability to false, and then next is the trigger. Now, we're going to put the script on the trigger. So all we have to do is leave this self, because if the script is attached to the trigger, it's referencing itself, okay? So it's saying, when a ball enters me, make this that, right? I'm going to do that. So we have that basically done. There you go. You got a cup thing that disappears whenever a ball enters it. But what happens when we want to make it reappear, right? So what we would also do is we're going to go to events, go down to connections. It's at almost very bottom. Actually, it is the very bottom. And we're going to listen to events. Or actually, we're going to connect to event. Actually, what am I doing? Sorry, guys. When world is started, we did need that. When world is started. Whoops. When world is started, go down to connect to event. So when world is started, connect self. And what we want to put here is we want to do reset button. So we'll just do reset. And the button is going to be made a trigger. Triggers are also objects. So we got a trigger here for the reset button. We're just going to make it small. So we'll do object, confirm. So now we have a reset trigger variable. We're going to place that there. So connect, reset, trigger. Let's just think that. In fact, I'm going to fix that for y'all so you can see it. Okay, so we got reset trigger. Come on. Connect, reset, trigger, enter. And this is just the command or whatever's happening with whatever you're connecting it to. So it could even be a player. It could be a bunch of different things. But essentially, when reset triggers entered, or connect the reset triggers entered event to one of our events. And we're just going to call it action action 1. The reason why I call it action 1 is you're going to end up using a lot of these over and over again in your scripting. So if you have a ton of action 1s and you're scripting a billion different, I'll show you here in a second. Anyway, connect reset trigger to local event action 1. All right. And essentially what's going to happen now is we're going to go when events received with object, because the object is going to come in with the trigger event. I know that might not make sense, but essentially think about it like when this trigger's entered, it's going to also send an event. Oh, wait, no, we're doing a player. Sorry, guys. Sorry, player. I'm a little backwards. Player. So imagine every time you enter a trigger, make sure it's a player. Every time you enter a trigger, it's going to send the event plus, actually, we're just going to change this to event. Just make it easy for y'all. So connect reset trigger, trigger enter to local event, my event. All right, so we have this. And then all this is going to do, essentially, we drag all these down. Okay. And you just make them all true. So we have all falses here, all trues here. This makes the cup inactive. This makes the cup active. So when world is started, connect the reset triggers triggered entered to my event. All right. When the trigger is entered by the object, set the cup to invisible and non-collidable and set that trigger zone to non-detectable. All right. Then when the game plays and you've played your game and everybody's done, you press this reset button and all these cups are going to be listening for it. And when you press it, all of them will go from invisible and non-collidable to now collidable and visible. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and now set the cups up. And I always recess these a little bit down because you'll get these bounces that bounce out, and that's cup pong, guys. Right? And then you want to make sure you get this properties window. Make sure you get the triggers properties window by hovering over it. And if you're having a hard time, just make sure you get it before. You just use these little arrows to drag it out. And then you just want to press up on the 3 little dots to bring up the properties window. Drag that back down into your cup and just have that out for now. Now we're going to group the whole object by holding and selecting the whole thing. You can also press right or left to scale this ball up and down, which will grab more items, but we're good with just those. And then we're going to use this little button to group it. So now this is one object, all right? We're going to attach the trigger to the script, or the script to the trigger. And then, oh, wrong one. And then we're going to attach these other things to it. We need the group entity. And we're just going to place that in here for cup. And we're going to place this trigger in here for the reset. And then I'll go ahead and make this. We got to set up the game tags for both the ball. So we have a ball game tag for the ball. We're also going to mess with the behavior and make it interactive, grabbable, and physics. And we'll end up writing a script for that too here in a second. But this is just to show you guys. And then, yeah, that's it. And then I'm just going to grab this out real quick just to show us where our button's at. All right. So essentially, oh wait, you know what? I forgot. The other thing, we put the game tag on here. So this is saying, hey, I'm a ball. Now we need to say, hey, look for a ball. So object tagged. We need to make sure that this trigger's set up to object tagged and ball. Make sure it's done exactly the same as the other. I made it lowercase on that, so I can't use the uppercase. It needs to be lowercase, all right? And then make sure that's all good. So we have ball and ball, all right? And that needs to be in the game tags. Here, this isn't going to be in the game tags. It's going to be in the behavior and object tag, okay? All right, so whenever we put this in here, I don't know if it'll work because it's so big, but there you go. But anyway, and then when I press this, it resets, okay? Now imagine that with, here, we'll do a couple of them. And if you guys don't know how to snap, that's what I'm doing to make it level. You press down to get this little, whoops, to get this little snapping, all right? So we have that, boom, put a couple of them. We'll make the whole table here in a second, guys. So, and if we press this, brings them all back, all right? So we have a cup reset right there. You guys could do a bunch of different games with that. It doesn't have to be cup pong. It could be different games. I don't know. You freaking think of it. But next, what we want to do is we want to write a script for this ball. We don't want to throw it, right? Throw it. Where to go? You know what I mean? You're chilling. There's nothing. It ain't coming back. So what do we got to do? We got to write a script for this. Super simple, guys. Super simple. You ready? We're going to pull out. We're going to use this script over here. Hopefully it don't delete. It might, though. It might delete, guys. Just to let you know. When world is started, we need to go to values, grab this set to. And you guys know, if you guys have seen some of my other videos, I have a return script. That's essentially what we're writing for here. But I mean, if you're watching my videos, we haven't done a return script with a delay. So here you go. You got a return script with a delay right here. All right, so we're going to go to variables, and we're going to do vec. And honestly, we only need to do a vector. Whoop. What the hell? Because since it's a ball, I mean, you don't really, if you have a design on it, maybe you care about the rotation. But if you don't, then just use the vector. All right. And if you guys are curious what I'm talking about, I have another video. I have another video where you can return an object to the same rotation and the same vector. So it's not going to, and vector just means location. Rotation, I'm sure you guys know what that means. Anyway, so we're going to go vector. We place that over there. We made a new variable. Now we're going to go to operators, grab position of object, place that into value, and then we're going to go to this values, go down to value input, drag itself in to the object spot. So essentially when world is started, set vector to position of self. All right. So now we have this position saved. And then what we're going to do is go to events. When object is grabbed by player, we're going to also grab when object is released by player. So we have when object grabbed by player, when object's released by player. And then we're going to go back up to the top. We're going to do send event with delay to released. Yep. And then we're going to go to get the event. So we have when objects grabbed, nothing. When objects released, send an event. With this timer, we're going to change this timer here in a second, and then this event. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to go to my event real quick because we might as well. Go to motion, move to, vector, done. So essentially after 1 second of releasing this, oh, it's on there. Yep. We good? Come on, fix yourself. Come on. All right. So essentially whenever we throw this after a second, it should return. Oh, wait, no. What am I doing, guys? How many times? All right. Let me reset the world. I always forget to attach stuff. Anyway, so 1, you know what I mean? But we don't want it to act like that. We want it to stay. In fact, now what you want to do is make the ball grabbable. Make the ball grabbable. And then the reason being is you don't want it rolling all over the world whenever the world starts. You want it grabbable. And then what we're going to do is when object's grabbed, go to actions, go to set interaction, drag that to when object is grabbed, press this little copy button to place that there. Press this little copy button when you place that there, and place another one, a third one. Boom, copy that right there. So we have when object is grabbed by player, set self interaction to both. So it goes from being grabbable to being both physics related and grabbable. All right. When objects released by player, make physics. Okay, so now the player can throw it, but they can't grab it again when it's in midair. And then when my event is received, set self interaction to grabbable. And I like to place it before move self to vector because sometimes you'll have it do it in this and it'll drop down, and I don't like that. Anyway, so bada bing, bada boom, we got ourselves the return script for the ball, guys. All we got to do now is change this. And what I like to do is I like to change it right here. We're going to do time, or we're going to do delay. Make it a number type. We're going to drag it over here. We're going to place it in this slot. All right. So when we're... That's why I had that one already pulled out. This one's pulled out for that simple reason why I deleted while I was making the first video, and it annoyed me so much that I decided just to redo the video. Anyway, we're here. Again, if you lose your script because it deletes, just go here, press that pencil button. Another reason why you need to name your scripts, because if it was script and I had a bunch of scripts, I could get this lost. So I'm just going to name this ball. I only have 2 scripts, but you would want to name it something so it doesn't get lost. All right. So we have this set up. Now what we need to do is we need to go to our cup script, and we need to now do this. So we have when trigger is entered by object, right? Well, when it's entered, we want the ball to respawn right away. So what we're going to do is send event to object. We're going to place that at the bottom just because I want it to be sent last. And what we're going to do, send event to self. No, we want it sent to the object that was just shot in. Okay, so if this ball's shot in there, it's going to make sure that it makes it. I mean, what am I trying to say? When this ball enters this trigger, the trigger is then going to send an event back to the ball. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, another thing to bring up, this ball was a part of the script that got deleted. It was still in the library, but the box got deleted from the world. The reason why I edit these scripts out here is because they don't delete from the world, and I can just keep writing them. The only downfall is sometimes they will disconnect. Okay, so just got to make sure that all of them are not disconnected. This one's disconnected from the ball script. All right, so we're here. We're going to reset, and essentially what you'll see is, oh wait, let me actually put the timer because it won't work. We'll do 3 seconds for the timer. So now we can throw it. 1, 2, 3. It's back. And then you can throw it again. I can't grab it again, so I can't cheat. And then essentially if it goes into the cup, automatically goes back. So now we got ourselves pretty much the mechanism of cup pong. Press the button, cups are back. All right. All we have to do, take one of these cups. And if you guys want to color them, this is what I would do. Here's a pro tip. You can color them before you put it all together. If it's in primitive, you could just use this paintbrush. We can't use that because this is tri-mesh in here, but say it's tri-mesh. Here's a little pro tip for those who are going to be working with tri-mesh. What you're going to do, zoom in, unless you've already painted it. But if you don't even know how to paint stuff, here's another tip. You can zoom in, which will now let you work with all the little objects inside the thing. And then you're going to also open up the properties window of whatever object you're wanting to paint. Then go to attributes, go to tint color, whatever color you want. We're just going to do red and blue. Turn it all the way up. Okay, so now we got red and red. I don't know why I'm trying to make it so even. All right, and then what you do is just take this one, pretty much do the same thing, but a different color. Bada bing, bada boom. And look at that, guys. Super simple script. Super simple script for y'all to learn. So now you guys can make your own cup pong. Oh, wait. Actually, oh my gosh, what did I do, guys? I actually forgot the most important thing. If you want to make it to where you can't score each other's pockets or in your own pocket, this is super important. We're going to do red. Okay, so now we got red ball, blue ball. Okay. Then what we're going to do is go to this ball. We're going to do come on, blue, red. All right. So we got blue and red attributes. All right, guys. Blue. And then gosh. Now, pro tip. I mean, get rid of all these, that's for sure. That's the pro tip. Because I hate those. I should have honestly deleted that before doing all these. Such a mess. Pro tip with these, what I like to do with them, go to physics real quick, add custom gravity, drop it down to like -6. I don't know. -6. Oh my gosh. I swear. I don't know what's up with my stick. I think I might be getting stick drift or something. So we got a cup there. Oh, forgot to make it grabbable. Make sure you make it grabbable again. Boom. Boom. And then we go over here to this mess. I'm not going to even clean it up. We're just going to do this. Physics. Custom gravity. -6. I like to do custom gravity because it's just, you're not throwing your shoulder out trying to play the game. All right, we're going to make the same size. Around the same size. It's close enough. Bada bing, bada boom. You guys got yourselves a massive, massive cup hung game. I'm going to cheat though. Come on. Oh, whoops. Let me restart. Let me also bring this over here. Honestly, you want wider cups, guys, just to let y'all know. But essentially, oh, I know what it is. This is supposed to be the other way around. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be the other way around. Essentially, these are supposed to be red. What am I doing? These are supposed to be, they're supposed to be named red. I forgot. Because those are part of the red triggers. So you got red and you got blue. Because these are going to the blue triggers. So now it should work. Boop. Oh, what the heck? Come on. Just one. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. I just need one. Come on. Come on. No, come on. You could also make them bounce. Oh, come on. So you wanted them to bounce more. You can definitely make them bounce more. Mess with the physics more if you don't like the low gravity. Come on. Oh my gosh. Anyway, you guys get the point. You could drop off a couple of them. It's up to you guys to kind of determine who wins. Be like, oh, you didn't win, I won. We'll end up making a whole script that ends up showing who's the winner, gives them points, this, that, and the other later on. But for right now, I wanted to get this one out. It's super quick and simple. You can make it a full-on table, or you can make it a full-sized. I like the full-sized cup stuff. Super fun. Put that on a button on a wall. And you're good to go. All right. You guys have any other things you guys want built? Try to keep it simple for right now. We're just trying to build super quick scripts that you guys can use. And then we'll get more complicated as you guys get more acquainted with the scripts. As far as those veterans who are around, sorry, not sorry, kind of trying to get those people who just got into the program or just got into building, period. This works on primitive, guys. If you're not in the program, you're not that big in building, you're kind of just dibble dabbling, this works on primitive stuff as well. You don't need to work with just tri-mesh. It's actually easier to paint the stuff on primitive. So anyway, you guys like this type of content, want to see more, like, subscribe, helps you find it a little easier. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one.